Hi, I'm Yappo, and with me again is Nuggin.
Hey again, guys.
And this is half two of Nuffleheim against CommaToes Enterprising Redshirts. He's got two elves out. I've got everybody left, and he's receiving this half.
So he's probably going to score his second turn this half. That's my prediction.
That would be what he did last time. He stacked the side again. We get a riot that runs the game clock back, which is actually probably better for me. Because I'm ahead right now, and he'll score a quick touchdown because that's just what he does. He can't really stall too long because I'll punch the crap out of him.
Now, I see that you didn't learn from the last half to block those outside lanes so he can't just run straight past.
I don't really have enough guys to cover the entire backfield. I mean, the blitzers can, with the guard players, can take it out. But I was looking at this and I was like, wait a minute, I can surf a catcher.
Ooh, yes you can.
Number 12 there is in prime position to get surfed. So it was actually number 6. I could do either. But they're within they're within a frenzy block of the Ulf, so I could blitz them over there and then surf them out with the Ulf. And I'm always on the lookout for surfs. Especially after last half when I was like, hey, I'll mark them and all this stuff and, try and actually stop the play, and just nothing happened.
Surfs are nice because they basically give you an easy way to get another guy out on a push instead of having to worry about breaking armor or anything else like that.
Yep, and
so anytime you can do it, you got to knock guys into the crowd.
It's always my vote, at least. And he marked Ragnar over there with a sidestepper, so no real surfing potential on that side. But I still got number 12, so.
I will be severely disappointed in you if number 12 does not get knocked out of bounds.
Well, I will give it my best shot. That's all I can tell you. I think it took me a second to figure out what the pattern I needed to do for it was, though. And, because I didn't learn last time, I'll go mark everybody again. Just in case he decides to snake the roll.
Hey, you could still catch the ball. Maybe.
I think I rolled a 1 on my interception last time.
So you're due for a 6 soon. I don't think you've got one the whole game.
I've got a couple of 6s the whole game, just not on interceptions. And trying to figure out all the order I want to punch in. I was like, alright, I'll go for the surf now. But no dice.
Knock him down, that's okay. He stands up, you knock him out. Otherwise, he's just down. That's one less guy to catch the ball.
There you go. The other one's double marked, right? It's great. He won't ever catch it.
No, of course not.
Fucking nerves. And I didn't learn my lesson from last time either. I was like, oh, I'll go pressure the thrower. And didn't mark the other thrower because I keep forgetting he had 2. Also elves, so pretty much everybody's a thrower.
Yeah. They can all pass. Even if they don't have the skills for it. They'll still do it and ruin your day.
KOs are good. And then Yeti actually moves without a blitz, so he's getting disturbing presence down there on those catchers.
Very nice.
At least makes it a 3+.
Fun fact, when the game originally put disturbing presence into it, it was broken, and if you had a guy standing on the sidelines because he wasn't currently in with disturbing presence, it affected the people on the field.
That's kind of awesome.
They had to fix it in one of the early patches.
Cyanide's really bad at programming. This is shocking news.
Cyanide is my favorite terrible game company.
Do you really like Cycle Manager 2010? Anyhow, he failed the catch on that one, which is good. Because that means he already spent rerolls, but doesn't matter, because he's got both a pass and a catch reroll. And Ragnar rolled a critical failure on the interception, so no extra SPP for him. And he dodges
Guard
out.
Elf is going to run down there and score.
Yep.
So second turn. I called it.
Yeah,
That wasn't surprising.
I'm trying to mark players and, you know, put disturbing presence on people and everything I can do, but elves and nerves of steel. I'm kind of at a loss there, I feel like.
You just have to get as many of the rest of his team knocked out as possible. Get down there and score again, and then don't let him score.
Yeah, that's he's already down to 8 players on the pitch now.
Spend as much time as you can just getting that ball down the field, and don't give him a chance to get back down there.
That's kind of the goal. I mean, as lame as it is, stalling is a very valid tactic for winning games.
Especially against elves.
And I forgot this guy had sidestep, so I was like, oh, you know, I'll get a 2 dice block on the frenzy. Nope, he'll run away. But, you know, luckily it's still safe.
Yeti knocking guys around. That's
an old
You moved your Yeti.
I did.
You confused me.
Because I spent all game going after number 8 there with the Yeti on the line, because that's his wrestle one. Although, in most situations, if I were to roll both down, he would choose not to use wrestle, because that would cause a turnover instead of them just falling safely to the ground.
Right.
And then I was like, alright, I'll go, you know, man mark catchers. Make him make dodges, dice rolls, all that fun stuff.
Waste a reroll on a pass.
No, the pass was fine. It's the catch that Odin can't catch a ball to save his life. Is the problem here. Nor can...
Wild animal, no surprise there.
Nor can the Yeti ever throw a block. But there's a lineman standing right there, so just in case that happens. Was actually intentionally why I put the lineman there.
It's okay. I mean, the Yeti's trying, and that's what counts.
And he hasn't caused a turnover yet, which is surprising. These big guys are really bad about causing turnovers because of loner. At least I think.
Yeah, they're a liability. But this is Blood Bowl, so everything's a liability, really.
That's true. I was like, alright, I'm not going to get in too big of a hurry here, so...
Take a casual stroll down the field.
Yeah, you know. Try and punch more elves. Always punch more elves. And not do anything too crazy. Make him use the rerolls to try and get the ball loose. So play conservatively.
Spend 4 turns just knocking down elves, then score one more time.
Yeah, and Peyton has picked up the ball every time this game successfully, so that's helpful. Unlike last game, where literally he could not pick up a ball. And dodge coming in handy there.
Look at that.
Block and dodge is a very, very good combination.
Safely positioning himself right between 2 elves. Well, at least one dodged away to go get in your way elsewhere.
And he had to spend a reroll on the dodge, which means he is out of rerolls on turn 12, which is very good for me.
That's excellent for you. That's terrible for him.
And he failed
like
to
that.
dodge. Yep. His dodge rolls were definitely not great. But again,
I see you justifying your actions there in chat.
yep. Always gotta remind someone when I'm vindicated. Luckily, I was getting a lot of POWs on his blitzer there, who's got block and dodge. So, and KO, which is very nice because that's probably his most annoying player. And I moved Peyton up there and did the blitz from this way. So if I didn't get something that knocked him down. He couldn't sidestep next to my runner.
That's good. Cover your positions.
Because
and get that runner all the way down the field there.
Sidestep is so annoying. And I hate it. Which is why we have it on one of our players. It's actually a really good skill.
It's a wonderful skill.
So
you're trying to figure out how to make your little cage here now.
Yep, how to build a 4-point cage on down the field. Because the advantage of this cage is anytime you try and throw a block on the ball carrier, you have to make a dodge into 3 tackle zones if you get a guy on every corner. And that's very hard to do, even with an elf with dodge. Because it's a 5+ roll. So you gotta roll a 5 or a 6 to make it. And I didn't get the full cage, but
from where you are, you're probably okay because you've got plenty of guys in his way of getting over there.
I think the only one that could even come through the bottom corner is number 4 there. And I was like, oh, I got block. I'll punch him. We'll see if this works.
And it does. Works out beautifully for you.
And it's done, so I'm in good shape. So it's not the best defensive setup, but it's less boring than a full cage and moving super slow. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to move the loner any, but I think he has to make 2 going forwards for a single dice block. It's like that's good enough. With no rerolls, that's acceptable.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a 3-point cage there. He's not going to be able to make it around there successfully.
Yep, and he's trying to put up his screen now, so I can't just run it into the end zone.
It's hard to screen with only 2 elves in the way there.
That's true.
Maybe 3.
But he can try. Especially with a frenzy guy so close. The sideline cage becomes quite dangerous. Or the sideline screen. Which is why it's awesome that Odin has sidestep, is because I can put him on the sideline and put a bunch of frenzy guys next to him. And he is in good shape.
Oh, he's going for the blitz.
Yep, and fails the last going for it to make the blitz.
No rerolls come back to bite him in the ass.
That's why you don't make going for it. Ever.
It taunted him, too, because he made the first one.
Mm-hmm. I could try and make the going for it into the end zone here, but
I think you want to take up as much time as you can still.
That was kind of my thought, so I was like, alright, I'll run him up, and I'll make a nice sideline cage. Because he doesn't have anyone with frenzy. So those guys are completely safe. And he doesn't have anyone with grab, so Odin's safe, unless he somehow packs the cage in there, which is entirely possible, actually. I've done that before. You can crowd surf guys with sidestep if you do not give them any other options to step on the field. So it's a lot harder than a normal guy, but it's still entirely doable.
Yep, get a full surround, knock them straight out of bounds.
That's normally when you're way up on players, though, or just have absolutely no chance of getting to the ball. So we got Rob over there to punish anybody that gets close to the cage. And try and get the Yeti Smith.
Push some elves around.
Yeah. And actually right now, oddly enough, the Yeti is one of our worst players at throwing blocks, believe it or not.
And he's been doing pretty damn well this game.
Well,
though he is against elves.
He's one of the few big guys that start without Mighty Blow, because he gets Claw instead. And Claw is absolutely useless against this team. I was like, alright, I hadn't blitzed. This is my loner. I'm going to do a 2 going for it blitz, and if he dies, I don't care.
And of course he does it perfectly.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine. And he stuns him. Because it's something I absolutely don't need to happen. So it works perfectly.
Exactly. You basically wanted him to die. And of course, he surpasses all of your expectations.
Like, I completely expected him to just fall over and just kill himself on that, but he made it, so. Makes my life slightly easier. And he's got the guard catcher there, so he gets 2 dice block, and he'll take out the corner of my cage. And then,
Probably come stand right next to you.
Put pressure on the ball carrier. But both of his guys with sidestep are now out of the game. So...
Elves, hopefully... I would love to see an elf go surfing.
Well, I can surf too, if all stays as is right now. So I've got the blitz to surf the one on the sideline, and the other one's 2 spaces from the end zone, and standing right next to an Ulf.
Wild animal. No surprise there.
Yeah, that one's not a biggie though, since it's just trying to make sure I mark players. I was like, alright, time to surf. I got 2 rerolls, we're doing this.
Push. Here it comes. Injured, too. Badly hurt.
Which means he's fine. He'll be fine the next game, but he's out for the rest of this game, which is good for me, because that's one of his catchers, and this is a catcher too.
2 serves.
And that is a miss next game. So he's not only out for this game, but the next one. So CommaToes might be hurting a little bit for the playoffs, because he's now got 2 mixed next games.
You have to expect that kind of thing with elves, though.
I was like, screw it. Worth it.
Totally worth it.
He's badly hurt, so he's fine. But the 1-for-1 trade is really in my favor right now, because he's got 3 elves left on the field.
Yep, just 3.
CommaToes berated me for stalling there, and I told him I was going to score, but I got ejected for fouling, which causes a turnover. So I couldn't. And he failed another dodge, so...
Here comes that last touchdown. Oh, you're going to block first.
He's got block. It's a 2-die. He needs some SPP if at all possible. And I have 2 rerolls and it's turn 15, so if he fails...
You are the only person I have seen that does not use his extra movement to just run around in the end zone.
I'm lazy. Sometimes I do that, sometimes not.
Oh good, 2 elves got up. That'll be helpful.
Yeah, but he's still got 5 elves out, so it's 6 on 10.
And he's got 1 turn.
Yep. And this time I set up the Yeti back in case I got a blitz. And he's like, alright, I got this 1-turn touchdown.
I like that the Yeti doesn't even kick it. He just scoops it with his hand.
Just kind of smacks it. He's not the best kicker.
Going for a free pass.
It's probably the arrow to the knee.
Catch failed.
So, and since he received, I get a turn to blitz people. So, yeah, he's still...
I like the Yeti blitz, yeah.
He's not getting any SPP, but no SPP, but no turnovers. So
he feels better about himself.
It's a good, solid first game. Like
he's had a pretty good run this game. Sidestep to go lay down somewhere else.
I was
not
sad
useful
because that's Suds McChud, and he's got 4 SPP, and he got the stuns, he got the armor break, but didn't get any injury points for a level or anything. So.
Crewman Compton with his smashed hip. And there goes Suds.
Yep, Suds actually got the level on the MVP, so. And luckily none of my loners got SPP that game, so I don't feel bad about not hiring them.
Oh, what are we going to roll?
Just normal, which means you can only get general skills.
There's some good general skills. We can have a good time.
Yeah, but you try not to have too many general skills, too many skilled linemen, because they get.
Be nice to Suds. He has a broken neck.
No, I love Suds. I tried to apothecary the broke neck, but he rolled dead, so I figured the broken neck was better. And that's it. We'll talk about it in the thread.